guys, you're broke at the moment, you don't have that much money, you're trying to work things out. Let me explain something. What you don't realize is how you actually have much more time than you realize. Because if you're working a job, working 9 to 5, many people now are doing work from home, you're finishing early, Fridays early, whatever it is. Jobs now are way more flexible than they once were, but using the extreme example of 9 to 5, let's say you leave home at 8 a.m., right? It takes you an hour to get to work. If you can wake up at, let's say, 6:30 a.m., then it gives you about an hour and a half. Let's say you need to get ready in 30 minutes, you've got an hour in the day. What we're gonna say is you've got an hour in the day, in the morning, to get some work done. You come home at 5 o'clock, okay, you leave the office at 5, you get home for 6 p.m. Let's say now, you do your work, you do your eating, you do whatever you gotta do. By 8 p.m., you're free. Can you now do another 1 hour to another 2 hours? The answer is most of the time yes. And can you actually take this time out, take this time out? Actually, can you do 2 hours of work every single day? Most people don't realize this. And yes, you might be like, well, no, 2 hours isn't that much to start a business. Well, I'll tell you something. I've started some successful businesses working at 2 to 3 hours a day. It doesn't take that much work. In fact, I started a recruitment company and I've helped other people start recruitment companies doing 1 to 2 hours of proper work a day, right? Give you an example. Let's say you've only got 2 hours. You're working a 9 to 5 job. However, you've got a 1 hour lunch break, right? Now, if you've got a 1 hour lunch break, you eat your food for about 30, 40 minutes, can you make about 4 or 5 calls to businesses, right? You're going to call businesses and you're going to ask them if they need your services. You will also then send emails. And when will you send emails? Well, you're gonna send them here. 8 p.m., 9 p.m., you're gonna write your emails up, you're going to do your B2B stuff, you're gonna do your B2C stuff, and guess what? You're going to schedule your emails for 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. Can you do a little bit of output? And if you guys know me, you know one thing I'm very, very focused on. Consistency is everything. It's not about putting in a lot of work over a long time. Now, can you do 2 hours of work, sending emails, getting them scheduled out? Can you do that every single day? And then on top of that, can you go on LinkedIn and can you get in touch with directors, managing directors, CEOs, have conversation with them, send them messages, and can you do this whilst you're working your job? Well, the answer is yes, of course you can. So if you can do this whilst working a job, think about this now. You've got 2 hours free. You're going to add people up on LinkedIn. You're going to have conversations. You're also going to schedule some emails. You're going to make 4 to 5 calls a day. That's it, during the lunch break. That's it. That's all I want you to do, right? Now, on top of that, you've got, this is very important, and you need to understand. Now, assuming you've got 2 hours every single day, let's say you've got 10 hours in a week. So you've already now, you can work on your business for 10 hours a week. On the weekend, let's say you're going to take Sunday off. Can you on Saturday spend, let's say, 8 hours on your business? And that could be anything. That could be getting in touch with businesses, scheduling your emails out on Mondays. For example, for recruitment, can you get in touch with candidates? Can you have conversation with candidates, find out whether they're looking for a new job? Can you, do some marketing stuff? You've got 8 hours on the weekend, on a Saturday. You've got 10 hours in the weekdays. And now actually, if you spend 18 hours, right? And guys, this is no exaggeration. Can you spend 18 hours every single week? Let's say, even if you do 60 hours a month, now realistically, you can make a business successful because you do have time. Many of you guys working a job think you don't have time. And wallahi, most people that start the recruitment company through us and we help and through our inner circle, we teach, they actually only work for 1-2 hours a day. 1-2 hours a day, and they're able to start recruitment companies. Why? Because they understand this. You can work for 1 or 2 hours in a day during your weekdays. You can put some hours in the weekend in. But guess what? If you don't do something and you want to leave your job, you want to start a business, you want to start a side hustle, well, imagine your job being the reason you don't ever do something. Imagine your job being the reason that you don't actually start a business or a side hustle. It doesn't make any sense. So you have to try it. You have to try it half an hour a day. Try to work on your side hustles and your businesses, make the time free, and then work extra in the weekends so that one day you can leave your job, work anywhere from the world. That's the situation that every single person of us, or all of us, that's what we want to be, right? So make sure, get this down, put in the effort, subscribe to the channel because this YouTube channel is just pure value. So make sure, share with your family or friends and get them to follow up because every single day I'm going to give you as much value as I possibly can.